You look absolutely beautiful. Okay, Stephanie. So, of course, you're an Oscar Award nominee. You've received 43 award nominations, 27 of which have resulted into wins. Are you optimistic that your role portrayed throughout Joyride will land its way on your accolade list?
Oh, wow. You know, this I cannot control, but I do love that this movie is the follow-up to Everything Everywhere, because, you know, I think there's a lot of pressure that comes when you get these accolades of like, what's next, and this is just pure fun with a lot of heart, a lot of chaos, and I just love that we went from all that to just like a raunchy rated R comedy. It just is like the, you know, the spectrum is wide, and now I get to fill in all the little pieces in between.
Congratulations on everything, and I have my fingers crossed for you.
Thank you so much.
I mean, how innovative is Licky Cat, you know, and the pussy petals, dare I say, the pussy flower petals, and, you know, the little montage of Lolo growing up. She has, in one of the scenes, a photo of, like, in the montage of Lolo growing up, there's a portrait of the peach emoji with hair on it as booties, you know, because we're normalizing and, you know, having the conversation about, you know, bodies and sex. I actually have that in my apartment. They gave it to me, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And this film obviously is very unapologetic, and your character role is extremely free, lightweight. I freaking love it, right? Please tell the viewers what can they expect to see in this film.
Oh my God, you know, Lolo is so unapologetic, but she has a heart of gold. You know, although she's like saying what everyone's thinking and that gets her in trouble, she is a good friend, and that's what this film is all about. You know, the fact that these four are going through thick and thin on this wild adventure and really just come out thriving. Spoiler, it's really special. Yeah.
It's one word that you live by every single day out of the English dictionary.
Oh, limitless. Honey, I'm limitless. Do not put me in a box. I'll find a way out.
Thank you. How are you today?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. Congratulations on everything. So, your character, Deadeye, was literally my favorite character. I absolutely love the vulnerability, the authenticity, but also the humor with your role. You have to tell me, was it difficult for you to step into your role the way in which you did, or were you able to kind of embrace it with ease?
Sometimes it was hard. It took me 187 takes on my first self-tape, so it took me a second to find the character, and then once I was living in it, yeah, there were some things that honestly were so close to home, like the grandma not understanding why they wear so many boys' clothes, and like being kind of lonely. That was like an experience I really had growing up. So honestly, the biggest challenge was not letting some of that sadness carry over and still remembering to be extremely funny all the time. Yeah, funny. Totally funny the way I feel so alone right now.
Oh my God, so there was a scene throughout the film where you kind of, how can I say this? You somewhat expressed that you experienced difficulties and struggles with gaining friends and being accepted into certain friend groups. For those individuals out there, teenagers and or adults that may be experiencing alike struggles that your character Deadeye experienced, what is it that you would say to them?
I would say that the world is really big and that like life is full of so many possibilities, and there was a time in my life where I genuinely just did not think that, you know, the way that I felt would ever change, but my life has obviously moved in ways that are unimaginable that I never would have expected, like feeling very alone in Michigan, and I've seen that happen to so many people. So, you know, and just remember that you have inherent value no matter what the people around you think, and if you have internet friends, real life friends, one friend, like half a friend, family, like all of those relationships are so important, and your relationship to yourself is so important. It's all inherently so valuable. Yeah.
True. And why would you say the Asian American culture and the voice in general is needed in Hollywood? And we need to see it on the big screen portrayed throughout television series, blockbuster films such as Joyride. Why is that so important?
My genuine belief is because otherwise art would be so boring. It is so boring to see the same stories told by the same people. It's just fun and refreshing, and you don't want to see, look, I really love The Hangover. I don't want to see only The Hangover. It's so cool that we can have something of that genre from a totally different lens, and you're going to have new laughs and new jokes that you haven't who wants to, sorry, it's just like, we all see a comedy where you're like, all right, well, this was funny once, but now TikTok has done it a million times, and now Twitter's done it, and congrats, now Stephen Colbert is doing. Sorry, that's not a dig on Stephen Colbert, but just sort of like late night in general, actually.
I love it, and before I let you go, if you can wrap up your character role in 3 words, what is it that the viewers can expect to see with your character, Deadeye?
Sexy, funny, and sweet. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure chatting with you, and congratulations on everything. Thank you. It is such a pleasure to chat with you today. You have to tell me, Baron, okay, so you've gone from being an ex-pro NBA player to the big screen and in a blockbuster film like Joyride, whereas predominantly the majority of the cast is Asian American, right? You have to walk me through this. Listen, tell me all about it. How did this come about for you?
Yeah, this, my agent's called. I got the script, read the script, thought it was great. And then, you know, like my birthday during the pandemic, I had a black and yellow birthday party. So it's black people.
I didn't get the invite. I did not get the invite.
You'll be at the next one. But it was during, like, you know, a lot of Black Lives Matter during that, and then it was during the Asian hate. So I figured, like, you know, I work with a lot of people of, you know, different backgrounds, different culture. And so what I wanted to do was, like, bring us all together to show, like, you know, we support you. And then from there, it's just like, you know, like, these are our people, you know what I mean? So, like, I felt natural. I signed a shoe deal with Li Ning. I was one of the first athletes to do that, like 15 years ago. So, you know, just kind of Asian culture and the influence is something that I've always wanted to highlight through sports and through basketball. And now, you know, an opportunity to be in a movie like this, you know, it just continues to push that narrative. And we need the narrative, you know what I mean?
We definitely need it, but what has the transition been like for you? Has this been somewhat of an easy transition?
Hell no.
Not seamless at all?
No, it's not easy at all. You know, I think when you grind every day to do something you love and you get paid to do it, then you can't really find, like, you would do it for free. You know what I mean? So when you can't do it for free anymore and you're not getting paid to do it, there's nowhere to play for free. You know what I mean? That gives you the same kind of like adrenaline. So there's definitely a struggle with that, but I think for me it was just like dive into being creative, dive into comedy, you know, dive into writing, making music, and let that be like the new basketball, because every day is, you know, like you're challenging yourself to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. What does diversity mean to you as a black man?
Diversity to me is just being aware who's around you, being aware who needs to be included, being aware who needs opportunity, and being aware of your responsibility. You know, whether you are on the majority side or on the minority side, you know, everybody has an opportunity. And so I think, you know, diversity is really just, I mean, I want to say it's including, but it's also allowing, you know what I mean? It's allowing yourself to be aware of who you are, where you are, what your responsibilities are, and then how do you add other people and become interested in other things and open your mind up to learn. That's what I feel it is.
And unfortunately, before I let you go, one word out of the English dictionary that you literally live by every single day of your life. What is that one word?
It's not one word, though. It's a phrase.
Okay, go for it.
Get a ball.
You heard him. Listen.
Oatmeal, get a ball.
All right, Darren. It was such a pleasure chatting with you. First of all, how are you?
I'm doing great tonight.
So listen, Adele, let's just dive right in. This is your very first project working as a director. You come forth obviously with screenwriting and producer skills, right? Commendable experience, an amazing portfolio. You have to tell me, how did the directing part of this project come about for you?
You know, I was really fortunate. I was working with Point Grey, who's worked with like a lot of first-time writer-directors, and they asked if I was interested, and I didn't know I had that answer in me. I was like, yes, absolutely, 100% yes. But I gotta say, I would not be here today if it wasn't for the allyship and mentorship of John Chu, who directed Crazy Rich Asians, who put my ass through at-home director school during the pandemic, and I loved it. I loved every moment of directing.
That leads me to ask you, if you had to choose one, producer, screenwriter, director, which would be your preference, or do you love all three of them?
You know, I think I was born a writer, and I am always a writer. And I think the thing that has really helped me in my directing journey is being a storyteller first and foremost.
So, you know, I have to ask the question that I'm sure thousands and or millions of people will ask. Was the slapping scene a real thing? You have to tell me.
You know, I wanted to be a real thing. We made up the slapping game for this. I think there is actually like some kind of crazy drinking slapping game. We just made this version our own. Yeah.
So I'm very interested to hear the stance in the direction that you guys took with Clarence's character role.
With what?
With Clarence's character role. He was a male version. And you guys intermixed the spiritual aspect of that, which was quite interesting to me. Please tell me about that approach.
You know,
And he was very hot.
Clarence, played by my dear friend, he's like a kid brother to me. Desmond Chen is a smoke show. You know, the part about religion came in because, like a lot of Asian communities and communities of color, there's a big, church movement, and sometimes they feel like, they have to like present a certain way, that they have to deny certain parts of themselves and their sexuality, and we wanted to lean into that.
Adele, before I let you go, if you can choose one word out of the English dictionary that you choose to live by every single day of your life, what would that one word be?
Authentically.
I love it. You gave me shivers.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for supporting.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Adele. How are you today? Congratulations on everything. You have to tell me, what does this moment feel like for you? Because the Asian American culture, this is definitely the season.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I was so excited and thrilled. I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't have anything like this to watch and like relate to, and so this is it's really special, and I'm just, there's a generation of Asian American people that like have role models and that are relatable, that are American, and so I'm just thrilled.
Out of the 4 leading cast members, which of the cast members would you say you can relate to most personally?
Well, personally, I would say I'm a little biased because I play Sherry Cola's mom, so I want to say Sherry. Hello. But, there's a little bit of me in all of them, is how I feel.
That's a fair answer. What is it that the viewers can expect to see with your character role throughout this film?
I think, I'm a mom who cares, and hopefully not, in a mean tiger mom kind of way, but just that I care, yeah.
And what would you say has been the most rewarding part of this project for you?
Honestly, seeing the joy that it's bringing so many people who have seen it. Yeah, and the fun.
And before I let you go, if you can choose one word out of the English dictionary that you personally live by every single day of your life, what would that one word be?
Grateful.
And what is the process of doing it?
There is nothing else to be said. Congratulations on everything. It was such a pleasure chatting with you. Color on.
This is my favorite color as well.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God, I love it. I knew it was something about you when I saw you down on the other end of the carpet.
It was the green suit.
It's the green suit. Let's get to it. How are you feeling today? And congratulations on everything.
It is a fantastic evening. First time here in Los Angeles, California. I'm having a great time. Yeah.
So you definitely play a very hot, steamy, sexy scene. Was it difficult for you to tap into that part of your character role throughout this film, Joyride?
Well, I mean, honestly, everyone was such a great collaborator, a team player. They made it very easy to kind of be open. You know, when you're doing intimate scenes like that and trying to push the envelope, you really have to feel comfortable. And I think everyone did a phenomenal job at making sure everyone felt safe. We even had an intimacy coordinator. So it was kind of interesting watching the filmmaking process from that end. Because on the one hand, you want to tell a story, but on the other hand, you also want to honor everyone's safety, you know? So it was a great learning experience. I had a lot of fun. I felt very free. I think there was a lot of chemistry, and I think the chemistry will...
Chemistry? Tell me more. Tell me more.
You're going to have to wait for Joyride, too.
Oh, okay. Spilling the tea, spilling the tea. You talked to me about everyone making you feel comfortable on set during the intimate scene and prior to. Do you personally do anything for yourself before tapping into this aspect of your role?
For sure. Honestly, working out. That is like ritualistic for me. I have to do that before anything and everything. I mean, in fact, before I came here, I did a couple push-ups too. You know, it gets me in the zone. You know, makes me feel good. Gets the endorphins going. And ultimately, if you have a positive and healthy mind, everyone around you will too. Right?
I love that. I love that. Before I let you go, one word out of the English dictionary that you absolutely live by every single day of your life.
One word from the dictionary?
That's right. One word that you carry with you every single day.
I mean, the first word that comes to mind is flabbergasted. Yeah.
Dig in a little deeper before I let you go.
But I feel like although it's the word that comes to mind, I don't know if it's appropriate for how I'm feeling right now. Right?
I love it. It was such a pleasure chatting with you, Rohain. Congratulations on everything. Thank you. Yeah, fashionable. Are you saying, can we get this? Oh my God. Now, this is how you show up on a red and or purple carpet, right? So listen, I am a true believer in seasons. And I do believe that this is certainly the season for the Asian American culture. Would you agree with that?
I guess so. What can I say? You know, I'm very happy for the young people. I support the older generation. It hasn't really been, you know, a breakout for us, but I hope that there will be more opportunities for us in the future. For me, I can't complain. I managed to worm myself into a lot of these things. I'm an old lady in this and proud of it too. Yeah.
Let me ask you, why do you feel like it is so important and significant for the Asian American voices to be heard and seen on the big screen in Hollywood?
Well, let's just say that when I came to New York, it was as a dancer. And there were no other jobs, you know, all the flower drum song musicals and stuff like that, they had been played out and the people didn't have any more work, so they retired. And so all I found was a teacher from Seattle, Washington, my hometown. And so I became an African dancer. Yeah, so she was from the Catherine Dunham company. Sevilla Fort was my mother figure. She took me under her wing. I didn't know any other Asians in the business, and so my brothers and sisters were African American. And that's how I was raised. And all these years, don't anybody tell me I'm not, you know, Asian. Asians come in all different colors and stuff like that. So that's my reality, is that I embrace everybody, and I'm so glad that I didn't stay mono-racial. You learn from everybody, and that's what is so important.
And who is one person who has inspired you over the duration of your life and your career?
Well, let's just say that I have quite a few friends in the business, and she just passed away, but she was my best friend, Mary Alice. Mary Alice, she was the person in Matrix. She was she took over when Gloria Foster passed away. The Oracle. The Oracle. She was in Sparkle. She was, so she meant a lot to me. She was my closest friend. Again, a lot of friends in the African American community. Those are my brothers and sisters. So, you know.
Sorry about your loss, but let's brighten this up a bit before I let you go. If you can choose one word out of the English dictionary, that you live by every single day of your life, what would that one word be?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. What did I say? What did I live in? Did I live? What was the question?
One word out of the English dictionary that you live by every single day of your life. What would that one word be?
Hope. Hope. And I signed it with stereo signing.
It was such a pleasure chatting with you. Can we get a glimpse of those shoes one more time before we let you go? I absolutely love it. Yes. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for even asking me. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad you're here doing all this.
Of course, of course. So, David, I would love if you can start by telling me what and who has inspired your career.
Say that one more time.
Who and what has inspired your career up until this point?
Oh. Well, that's a good question. Who and what has inspired my career? I mean, when I was a kid, I remember going to the movies and being completely transfixed and like taken away. And I remember, I mean, the first movie I went and saw when I was a kid was a movie called The Black Stallion, and I remember seeing the kid in it, and I was like, I want to be that kid someday. I want to be doing that. And you know, I love movies that take you away, right, and take you on a journey where you can escape from all the horrors we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And so I always wanted to be a part of that. And, you know, and comedies are like such a great escape for everybody. And, you know, you get to go and have fun. And yeah, so I'm trying to think of, you know, I think of that movie so much that inspired me. But, you know, there's so many great actors that I you know, was inspired by growing up, you know.
I want to pivot back to Journey.
Yeah.
What exactly did the journey look like to lead you towards this project? Like, how did this project come about for you?
This project came to me, you know, they sent me the script and asked me if I wanted to come play with them, and look, with any one of these movies or TV shows I've ever been a part of, they always start with a word. The word comes first. If it's not on the page, you're not going to see it. And it was all there. I read this script, and I was laughing my ass off, and I was moved by it. And I'd never seen these women presented in this way on camera before, and I thought, about damn time, and thank you for asking me to be part of it in any, you know, small way that I can help out. So that's how it came to me, and we got there, and we had the best time on set, improvising, and they threw 100 different alternate lines at us and tried to make the funniest show, the funniest movie we could make, and then they went back and edited it all together, and here we are.
Yeah, and if we can close out with 3 words that you would use to describe this film, what would those 3 words be? You can give me more than 3. You can give me 6, you can give me 10.
I'm going to say it's a heartfelt, raunchy comedy. Is that 4 words? I don't know. Felt, raunchy comedy?
That's 3.
3? Heartfelt, raunchy? Heartfelt, raunchy comedy. Yeah, you're right. 3. There's your 3 words.
All right, and before I let you go, one last thing. If you can choose one word out of the English dictionary that you live by every single day of your life, what would that one word be?
Damn, you with the deep questions here.
The sun is still up. Why am I being so deep with it?
It's all right. Dream. That's my favorite word. Dream. Dream big. Because what else is there? We got to dream. If we don't see it, if you can't envision it or can't dream it, it ain't gonna happen. So just dream. Keep dreaming.
You heard him. The man himself, Dave. It's such a pleasure chatting with you. Congratulations on everything. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is all about your look.
Oh, yes.
I need you to step back, turn around, give us the full head to toe, because you have showed up and showed out. All right, we got it. Now pull forward. You wearing today, and give me the inspiration behind your look for this red carpet.
Yes, I just wanted to go for something that was just classic, but also like a flair of of gay. Because that's who I am. I don't know. Like, I really wanted to represent me in my clothes, and it's a full custom suit from a designer in Vancouver. I'm really proud to be wearing, and it's just a little something.
Now let's talk these accessories, particularly these earrings that are in your ear that you literally see me staring at. Give me the background, give me the scoop on those earrings.
I actually got these in Japan after a recent trip. Love Japan, all about Japan. And they're red. I don't know what else can I say. I was like, what a cute color, pops off of the blue, and you just don't see this kind of stuff for guys nowadays. And
This is true.
you know what I mean?
Very timeless piece. Very, very timeless. You have to tell me, what does this evening feel like to you? Being an Asian American male, here on this carpet in celebration of this premiere for Joyride that literally would hit the theaters in days. What does this feel like?
It feels surreal, being able to be here and represent all Asians in all sizes and shapes, and it just feels so awesome to be able to be a part of this industry where in American cinema we're able to celebrate the differences that there are in cinema, and I'm just so glad to be a part of that change. This is my first booking.
Oh my God, congratulations!
Yes, I play a character named Jia Ying, a part of the basketball team, and crazy experience. Definitely for my first job, I was put through the ringer, like dancer first, and I had to learn choreography the morning of shooting. It was crazy, and I was doused in water. So many things going on, but maintaining that professionalism and feeling the support that I had from my castmates was so special, and I really feel like we're all there for each other, and being able to celebrate that with everybody here today is so awesome.
And with this being your first project, do you feel like it's up and up from here moving forward?
It's up and up, yeah. Honestly, it's just been crazy. Like, after this, we had the pleasure of filming Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies that streamed on Paramount Plus, and just riding that wave has been insane, especially living out in Vancouver. You never know when those experiences come and when those opportunities will come, but they came, honey.
And before I let you and this suit go, one word out of the English dictionary that you literally live by every single day. Just one word.
Ambition. Yeah. That's it, period.
Period. You heard him. Bye, Sue. I hate to let you go. Pleasure chatting with you. How are you today? Congratulations on everything. I know we are literally days away from the premiere. You have to tell me, as a film editor, what does this moment feel like for you?
Oh, it's about time. Yeah, I mean, because we started this in 2021. So yeah. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm elated, and it's incredible. I mean, I've been waiting for this for years.
Tell me about some of the challenges that you face working as an editor on this particular project.
Oh gosh, with any comedy, especially this one, there's so many jokes and so many alts, and so it's just really kind of a science experiment in a way, trying to see okay, what is the funniest? Is this funny? And if you've seen it 5 times, is it still funny? Right? So it was a lot of experimentation and also making sure that the characters come out and they're relatable. For me, Deadeye was a character that I bonded with immediately, and so I really wanted to make sure that they are portrayed in a very relatable way, tap into people's awkwardness and the need for friendship, and so that hopefully people will latch on and be with them on the ride through the whole movie. So
particularly speaking about Deadeye, she's literally one of my favorite characters throughout this entire film. I just love the authenticity and also the vulnerability with her character role. How do you feel like this new generation is going to relate to Joyride? And what are the hopes there, just from a film editor perspective?
I hope that they all watch this and feel like it's okay to be themselves, that whatever they feel, own it, because if you feel it, it's right, and I just want people to feel okay. doesn't matter what it is, you know. You could be like, I want to be purple today, you know. Great, go do it. Yeah, and this is a film that I wish I would have had when I was growing up because, you know, I never saw myself reflected ever. So now it's like, okay, this is great. So maybe Asian women will be, you know, kind of like not liberated, but like have the permission to like just be, you know, be themselves, be free, yeah.
And because two words that come to me with this particular film, particularly with the female cast, is unapologetic and very free and lightweight. And I definitely think that's something that is needed, you know, in this new era that we're in. What are your thoughts on that before I let you go?
Yeah, definitely. I love that they were all unique. They didn't lean on stereotypes, and I just I wanted to make sure that their authenticity and what they brought to the performances shine through, you know. Yeah, because it was so important to me to make sure that they were funny, but not too raunchy, like not raunchy in terms of like pornography, just raunchy funny, you know. Like that's what I was going for, raunchy, funny, relatable. Yeah.
And one last thing, if you can choose one word out of the English dictionary that you tend to live by day to day, or you try to live by day to day, what would be that one word?
Oh, you ask all the hard questions. I was not ready for that one. You know, one word that I live by? Incredible. Yeah. Have an incredible life, live an incredible life, yeah.
I am not going to cry. I love your word. This was incredible. Such a pleasure speaking with you. Enjoy this evening. It is so very well deserved. And I really enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you. Listen, hello. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I know exactly who you are. I'm Latasha with Gold Derby. How are you, beautiful? Latasha with Gold Derby.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to meet you as well. I absolutely love your gown.
I'm taking all of this in.
Oh, you stop it. Oh my God.
There's a little bit of demureness on the top, and then the fun is all over.
Why do you have me blushing? Why do you have me blushing? Let's go in. You have to tell me what brings you out this evening to the Joyride premiere.
What doesn't bring me out to this? The entire cast, the hilarity of the concept. I'm just ready to go on a joyride, literally, with these ladies. Like, I want to actually step into the movie and ride along with them. I cannot wait. I mean, it's so nice to see just like a female Asian-driven comedy, but even separate from that, just a really good comedy. And I'm really, really excited.
Let me ask you, have you seen the film yet?
No.
Dang, I was gonna ask you what would be 3 words that you would use to describe the movie. But let's just go off based off what you've seen in her.
I'm gonna say sexy, rambunctious trouble. That is, and that's where I want to be in life. So really it's an aspirational film about what we all want to be. Sexy, rambunctious trouble.
Are you currently working on any projects that you can share here with me today?
Absolutely, I have a few. I have a show right now called Candela Obscura. Our second episode is airing Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Critical Role. Then I also have a big new video game that's coming out. It's actually a musical video game called Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, coming out August 3rd. So all of the characters sing through, all of the choices you make will determine what songs you hear, what lines you hear. It's really, it's the first one of its kind that has been done. So it's been very ambitious and very exciting.
And that's so interesting. That leads me to ask you, how has it been for you working on that particular project?
It's been amazing because whenever you start something when you start something that no one's ever done before, it can be intimidating, but it also can be very freeing because there are no wrong answers, which is exactly what you want to feel as soon as you step into a creative process. And especially with this team, we have Troy Baker directing and starring in it. We have David Gator and Austin Wintry are the creators of it. And then the cast is insane, which is Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, all of these amazing voiceover and video game stars. It's just an embarrassment of riches.
Why do I have chills just listening to you talk about it?
Because you want to play, that's why. But it's also a great story, and I'm excited for people to experience it, and I'm hoping that it will set the stage for more people to take that ball and run with it in terms of the format and in terms of musical choices being made in these video games.
Now, before I let you go, if there was one word that you can choose out of the English dictionary that explains how you live every day, or at least how you try to live every day, what would be that one word?
Fun. Everything. Even when it's serious, it's got to be serious fun. Even when I'm doing drama, it's got to feel fun. There's got to be something about it that just lifts me up and lifts other people up. Because I think fun is underrated in terms of how important it is in the world. Every species, not just humans, plays. Every species plays. We all need some fun in our lives. Yeah.
Well, this has definitely been a pleasure and a ton of fun chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of this evening, and I look forward to seeing you in that show that you just talked about. Nice chatting with you. Bye-bye. Oh, where do you think you're going? You're not going to get away from me in that fly suit.
Thank you so much. By an Asian designer. So.
Okay, tell me more about the Asian designer.
Wei Sheng Wang, and he's a Taiwanese designer. He puts in a lot of, as you can see, he likes to have fun. He's a daring.
You just give us one. All right, let's spin. Let's do a twirl, a male twirl. I'm here for it, and step right on back up here to me. So you have to tell me, I feel like this film is yet another unapologetic film, right? Full of amazing, to say the absolute least, right? Full of Asian American cast members. What does this moment feel like for you being here?
I feel like we're breaking through. We feel like we're breaking through, and you know what I love about what I've always wanted for our community is same thing as like in the black community. You guys support each other full force, and I want that passion, and we're already starting, but I wanted us to just like kind of keep rising and rising and rising and show all the different sides of us. And yeah, just everything that, you know, all different sides, including the raunchy, including the funny, including the little bit inappropriate, not just the, you know, nice kind of, you know, quirky things. Yeah.
Let me dig in a little bit more personal with you. Why do you think it took so long? Right? Because I definitely feel like this is the season for the Asian American culture in Hollywood. But why so long? Like, what are your thoughts? What's your stance on that?
Oh, you want me to get real?
Listen, raw and uncut here.
Yeah. I think, and this is coming from an immigrant mentality. I feel like genuinely immigrants, we've always been taught to keep their head down, work hard, don't make a big noise. But there's sometimes like, I mean, look at us. We need to make a noise and make an impact so that people will see us and don't be afraid to stand up for it. And I sometimes think like, you know, with Asian people, you know, we gotta speak out more. We gotta speak out and be this raunchy, be, you know, gotta be free, yeah. So that is, I think, a huge reason why. And then obviously, you know, I feel hopefully finding our voice, you know.
Are you currently working on any projects that you can share with us today? Give us all your secrets, dig in that bag and pull them out for us.
So I'm one of the main cast members of our show Warrior on Max, and season 3 drops on Thursday. Yeah, so we're happy to be back, and you know, for some action and some like fun, and it's just a wonderful show to be a part of.
I love it. Congratulations on season 3. And before I let you go, if you can choose one word out of the English dictionary that you absolutely live by, or you try every day to live by, what would be that one word?
You know, the first thing came up, passion. Passion. I'm from Memphis. Yeah, I'm from Memphis, and we got a saying down in Memphis, in M-Town, 901, everything you do, you gotta do it with soul. Everything you do, you better do it with soul. I don't care if you're cooking, mopping the floors, I don't care if you're like, you know, making a drink, living your best life, living your dream, do it with soul, and that is my passion, yeah.
I'm done. Over and out. We're done. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure chatting with you, and I love the suit.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.